This is what I call malfunction junction. And the reason why is because I come up with this great idea that can be used in so many ways that I get stuck. Like I keep trying to find the right bed for it. And I want to say that it's this bed, but I'm afraid things are just going to get too big and bushy. It would be great if my chair setup wasn't there. And all the wood piece in the back, I guess. It would have been perfect. I would have to move all this stuff to somewhere else. And I just don't, like, I have it, this mindset. Okay, so anyway, so now I'm thinking maybe don't put it in a bed. I mean, because I have all this that I could do it in. Anywhere within here, too. And I even considered up there and stuff. Like, and I considered it different ways. But here's my issue with this is, I want to put yard lights now inside these little pockets. It's like I'm dead set on that. I cannot change my mind. It will not work. It's out of the question. So, yard lights have to go in here, which means that obviously they'll be flipped to the other way because I want the yard lights inside this. My other issue is now, because at first I was like, oh yeah, I could just run a board across the top of here and then I could have like a hanging bucket, you know, like how I have the peppers over here. Like I was thinking I could do that. And then I could, because I have that old Bud Light garbage can bucket that I was always using as a garbage can. And then I have this tea thingy. And I could do like petunias or something, or, you know, some other, or a herb inside there, and then like have it hanging. So I could have a board that could go across right here. And then have the hanging stuff. And that's what I wanted. But then when I thought about that, I was like, well, I could do a board going across, and like basically do a shelf. Like I could turn this into a shelf. And then I was like, well, that would be cool. And then I could also throw heavy plastic over it because it's 5 feet tall. I could throw plastic over it and I could have my greenhouse with my yard lights on the outside of my greenhouse, have my shelves, and they would be adjustable for me to move and, you know, make them as tall as I want. And basically that's kind of what, I don't have a greenhouse out here because the chopper or always the helicopter, when they come, they get too low to my house and then they yank anything that I have up in the air. But that's really heavy duty. And if I use like 2x4s, like put two 2x4s running across for my shelves, that makes it heavier. And then if I use the heavy pots and stuff, if anything, the most that the damage that the chopper could do would be to the plastic. If I got even if I got heavy duty plastic, the most that the damage it could do would be to the plastic. It wouldn't be able to, because last time I had one of those 4 feet by 6 feet greenhouses, you know, the green one with that woven stuff, and the chopper, like, it was up one day. the chopper came, it yanked it up in the air, broke all my pots, broke all the plants that were inside it, ripped all the metal pieces were completely bent and completely, it would destroyed it within one day. And they saw it happen, but they just did not care. And then the following year, I got one of those little tiny, it's like a skinny one. That's like 5 feet. Oh, I need to have him go take rid of that mouse. It's like a 5-foot one that's only like 1.5 feet or 2 feet wide. And the same thing happened to that. Luckily, my friend happened to be standing next to it when the chopper all of a sudden came out of nowhere. And it literally yanked it up in the air, and she grabbed the bottom ring of it and pulled it back down. And of course, everything in it broke, but the actual thing didn't break. So it dismantled and back in its box until you know, I would be able to put that inside that. It would be like a plastic thing inside of a plastic thing, but it would be safe inside that. So now I'm thinking, because I'm like, I just got to use these rails right now. Because I'm already upset about the tub. Oh, mouse. The tub, because I can't physically move it, and I have to rely on other people to move it, and I have to work around their schedules and all this stuff. So this whole area has been kind of not my gig. So I don't want something to sit there. I don't want it to be wasted. I want it to actually be used. But now I'm thinking I should wait, and this should be my fall project, because then I could actually have a greenhouse that I could start putting stuff into. I don't really have a lot of stuff in pots, but like the peppers, you know, it would be great to be able to have, and then also have it set up for the spring next year, where when I do my earlier stuff, I could have that. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So my malfunction junction is when I get to thinking about an idea, and then I realize that the idea could be used in several ways. Like before, I was just going to use it as a just one hanging thing, and then hang some chimes on it and some other stuff. I talked about it in previous videos. But this is a little bit different. So I think I'm going to put that project off until it starts getting cold. So August, September. So like probably mid-September, beginning of October would be a good time for me to look for like heavy-duty plastic and figuring out what size, because by then all these will be, I'll have harvested this stuff. And once this stuff gets harvested, I'm thinking maybe I should put it over here, because this gets sun constantly. And that would be ideal in the wintertime for it to be, and I can have it set up like a little cute little, I don't know, I'm thinking like after I harvest all this stuff, I'll have that open space again. So maybe, and it'll be kind of protected a little bit, you know, from, you know, the chopper, because the chopper usually flies out over there or over my garden. Lately, they've been coming over my garden. Before, they would like land out, not land, but hover in this area. And then usually if I whip out my phone and start recording, then they instantly go back up. And the second I whip my phone out, they jerk back up into the air and start looking for where they're supposed to land. And they're supposed to land where that red building is. So you cannot miss it. It's not like, my house does not look like that. So they land over there where that white truck is. Red building, white truck. It's ridiculous. And clearly they're not going to land on grass. There's like a landing pad. So I don't know why the confusion happens. Maybe they use Google Maps. And then like Google Maps takes some time. I don't know. Just throwing it out there. Look at this lone. This lone. Oh, my stomach's growling. Time for me to go. Gotta go. And besides, this is 2 videos. This is insane. 10 minutes? Oh my goodness. You guys are just special. All right. Peace, love, and happiness. Wishing you a wonderful, wonderful day. Just, I guess, an extra bonus video. For the heck of it. Just cause. All right. I like the water sound. Now I have to walk around and try to find a photo. Oh, my stomach is growling. I gotta go. All right. Peace, love, and happiness. Bye.